We're gonna check out Lil Scraggy Trailhead. This is the closest one to my campsite, and didn't even know it, but it's part of the Colorado Trail. So that's awesome. I've always wanted to check Colorado Trail out. This will be my first time ever setting foot on it. So yeah, a little bit of a late start. It's like 9:30. There's a lot of mountain bikers out here, which, ooh, this reminds me, which way is which? There's a lot of mountain bikers. I think one part of this trail is real open, and a lot of the reviews said that it was primarily a mountain biking trail. So I'm gonna have to look up and see which direction I need to go. So we are gonna go left. He's in there somewhere. You can hear him pegging around. He must be inside the tree. Come on out, little buddy. There he is. Ah! What's up, little Pecky Peckerton? He said, who's in my forest? Alright, bud, just saying hi. Oh, there he goes, flying off. Look at all these dead trees. Looks like they've been organized. Maybe they're cutting them down or something. Lots of little like wooded hollows and really cool places to come hang out, hide out, bring some food. Seen little chipmunks scurrying across the ground cover. The forest is alive. All right. Do we continue the Colorado, which goes down into the canyon, or Shingle Mill, 725? I was going to try and preserve my phone battery, but it looks like I'm going to have to see if I've got signal and check out the map. Oh my god. So this whole time I'm thinking like, man, I picked the hard trail, and this has been pretty freaking easy. It's just like all level, and I just got on all trails that happen to have signal, and I went the wrong way. So the top of the world, which was the first one, I was like, that seems kind of easy. I'm gonna pass on that one. That's the one I apparently went down, and it was because I was following the Colorado Trail sign, which looked right. I really wanted to jump on that and see what a little stretch of it was like. But there you go. So one of my downfalls as a hiker, I'm a pure adventurist, and I kind of like to just wing it and go out and just wherever my nose and my body and my mind wants to take me. But it does pay sometimes to do a little homework. Make sure you're on the right trail. Then again, part of the adventure is just ending up where you end up and enjoying it. And I'm down with all that too. So I guess today we are doing the top of the world. It's definitely an easier walk. It was a lot more miles. That was another reason I balked out of it. It's like 16 and a half miles. And the other one was only 11. But we'll see how far we can make it before it starts raining on us. And we'll see if we can catch any views. I don't know if we get any high up views on this one. I think the trail pretty much stays. I think there's like 2,500 feet worth of climb, which isn't a whole lot. So we'll see. Now this I will definitely take. Beautiful. Big old sprawling views. I could see how you might feel like you're on top of the world. You know? This is perfect. Wonder if there's any fire rings out here if anyone tried to camp on this little patch. Check this out. Oh, I love the aspens. It looks like they're just getting ready to bloom. Little buds. Aw. Little baby aspen leaves. Pretty. The big, like, monster aspen forests, those are the ones that are, command respect. I've been in some really cool spots that were just full of white aspens. It's got a whole different vibe to it than the pine trees. Mighty aspen is true, especially when the wind starts howling at high elevation and you see how strong and spindly those aspens are, but they get so tall. Looks like we're coming up on another little patch of them. That's another thing I like. I like how they're in groups. So you'll enter a little magical aspen spot. Back there some. And what have we here? A little trickling water. The sound of running water in the forest is always a wonderful thing. It's just, and you feel good when you're at this place right here. It's cool, damp. Yeah, I wonder what happened here. Halfway up, doesn't look burned or dead or anything. And then, boom, split into 3 pieces. 4 almost. It's like the aliens did it. But look at the bottom. You can see the mushrooms coming out. Gonna decompose you. Oh, look at that. It looks like a bear lair. Or some kind of animal. Cool. Oh, it goes way up there. I can feel humidity in the air. We've gone down quite a ways. There's a river down there. Not a river, creek. There's water. And the ground's a little bit moister. So you can just always kind of tell when you're in a low region by that dampness. And in my experience too, that's also when you want to be a little bit more aware in terms of wildlife. Usually things that are living like to be near the water, just as we do. Oh my goodness, look at that. Freaking crazy. I don't know if that's a beehive or a monster mushroom. What the H is that? Or just like a sore on the side of the tree. Like a disease or something? No, it's dripping. So it's either dripping sap. I can't tell. That's crazy, that's huge. All right, onward. Ooh, look in there. Right there, my finger is. that's a cave entrance. I'm legitimately spooked about big holes and caves in the middle of the forest. Who knows what's up in there? It's either an animal, a snake, a crazy person, or nothing. But I don't like the odds, you know what I'm saying? Unless there's people already going in there. Caves freak me out. I don't like being trapped under and inside rocks. You heard? So many dead trees out here. And big rocks. Wonder if there's any good climbing out here. I'm not a huge climber, I've only been a few times, but you know, I'm not opposed to meeting people. I just find that I kind of enjoy the hike and the adventure more than the actual climbing. But if the occasion's right, you know, I'm down. Seems like this trail, yeah, I'm on the loop. I just swung around. We're headed back now. So this trail is definitely easy. There's a tiny bit of incline, but I mean, it's clearly intended for mountain bikers as well. And so it's pretty easy going. But it's a decent distance too, so you can chew up some time, if nothing else. The only thing is there's not a lot going on. I think later in spring, I can see the wildflowers and everything's like beginning to bud. It's just almost there due to all this deadfall and the fact that there's water in the canyon. I bet it's gonna be beautiful here in a couple weeks. Just lots of wildflowers and whatnot. But right now, pretty dead. There's a couple of good views though, a couple of good picnic spots. Or smoke out spots, depending on who you are and what you're into. Little herb on top of the mountain, never hurt anybody. Oh man, the return's got some really pretty views of this rock wall. All right, now we're back up here at Ye Old Junction. Colorado 76, or Lil Scraggy. What the heck? So I can keep going to Lil Scraggy? Now I'm confused. The maps do not match the signage. Alright, I'll figure it out. Well, so this happens all the time, especially on the National Forest lands. It turns out, according to All Trails, this is top of the world trail. It is also a dual route for the Colorado Trail, and at the juncture we're at right now, it splits off and goes up to Lil Scraggy, which is a peak that I wanted to go up to. Unfortunately, it's a 16.5 mile hike. To get that done in one day, one, you need good weather, and two, you need to leave pretty damn early, because by 1:30, I'm sorry, you need to be down from elevation, or at least tree line. Oh man, like by noon, because by 2 o'clock we got lightning and rain and all kinds. So I can already feel the rain starting to move in, or at least the clouds. You probably can't see that, but it's considerably cooler, and it's about 11:30 now. So probably go on just a little bit further till about 11:30, yeah, maybe noon, and then double back, so that hopefully by the time I am down to the bottom of the trailhead, it'll be right at 2 o'clock, which is right when the rain's supposed to start. And then I can get in Ye Old Trailer and hibernate. So we'll have to come back and do Lil Scraggy another time. So ever since I learned about reishi mushrooms and mushrooms in general from David Wolf, I love to keep an eye out for them in the forest. And I don't know what these kinds are. I just know that they're mushrooms. So if anyone knows what that is, post it up. I'm in Colorado. There's another one down there. You know what I'm saying? Those are the tree mushrooms. They're really the really big mushrooms that take hundreds of years before they fruit upon the death of the tree. I find that very cool. Another beautiful little patch of aspens. Look how pretty they are when they start to bloom. Neon green. You can hear the woodpeckers all over the forest. It's so pretty. I'm gonna have to get up in there and get a couple of photos. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. So many dead trees. Cut down trees. You can see the rain starting to fall. I'm just barely in front of it. It's down on the backside of those mountains. So I've probably got 45 minutes, maybe an hour. That's epic. This is that spot I found earlier where if I was going to do this again during the day, I think I'd bring a lunch and just come camp right here. Because you got hella views, it's gorgeous, and it's only a couple miles from the main campsite, or the trailhead, I mean. So, oh, I can already feel the sprinkles and hear the thunder. There's one in front of me, too. So, time to bucket. Good thing I brought the raincoat. But mostly, I don't want to get caught in that lightning. So time to hustle. Decided to take the service road back for the last little jaunt because it cut off a few minutes and that storm is right behind me. Like, I can feel the rain creeping up on me right now, and it's lightning and thundering above me, so perfect timing. I see the parking lot entrance right here, just as the rain's starting to fall. I gotta tell you, I'm getting better at this hiking game in Colorado after 6 years. Got the weather figured out pretty well. It's pretty predictable in a lot of ways, and also there's not that many reasons to not go out in the spring or whatever. You just got to be aware of the weather patterns and try to work around it, because as soon as this afternoon shower passes, then we'll be fine for the evening and probably even have a nice sunset. So crap, here comes the rain. All right, I got like literally 1,000 feet, and I'm gonna sprint and pack up and go home and take a nap. All right, y'all, it's been fun. This was a portion of the Colorado Trail and a piece of Lil Scraggy, whatever it was, Scraggy Peak. All right, till next time.